All right, welcome back. All those who agitate for Biafra and ODUDUWA Nation should take note of this statement by a 91-year-old Nigerian. All right, my people, a lot of things have been said. Well, majority of things are actually happening in this country, and then as it is, there is an old man, 91 years old man, and then onto this he had said something that majority of people actually need to listen to. All right, well, according to the 91-year-old Nigerian ambassador Yahaya Kwande, a former Nigerian ambassador to Switzerland, has watered down the possibility of achieving a break-up by groups of agitators who want to break away from the country. All right, the 91-year-old co-chairman of the Northern Elders Forum made this blunt statement while granting an exclusive interview on the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. All right, recall that the country has been inundated with calls for secession by some group of individuals from different regions that make up the geographical entity, while the Biafra are agitating for their nation. Another group in the southwest, led by the self-styled activist Sunday Adeyemo, known as Sunday Igboho, is calling for the independence of ODUDUWA Nation from Nigeria. Well, however, Ambassador Kwande has explained reason such an agitation will only end up as an effort in futility. Well, in the report, which was published on Legit News, the non-Nigerian gave one major reason: the dream can never come to fruition, no matter how hard they tried. All right, according to AGITATÍNG, okay, and it says, we are all one. It is too late for us to begin to take scissors to cut the country. Well, how are you going to cut it? Half of my city in Jos is dominated by the Igbos, and then we are very happy because they are developing the city. New buildings are springing up. All right, okay, and then according to him, the movement for secession is already late. He claimed that Nigerians are all one, and it is too late for people to take scissors to begin cutting the country into pieces. All right, he asked how will it be cut when half of his city in Jos is dominated by Igbos, and then according to him, he said it's dominated by Igbo people who are doing well and then developing the city with new buildings and edifice. Okay, well, he cited the case of United States of America, which got to where it is today as a result of its decision to accommodate various groups of people from different nations who in turn contributed to the growth and development of the country. The former Nigerian ambassador to Switzerland said, we are all one. It is too late for us to begin to take scissors to cut the country. How are you going to cut it? Okay, well, and he said, is it wrong for your city to be developed? The Yoruba man is doing his own, and then the Hausa man is busy taking his produce down south. Well, according to report, Ambassador Kwande noted that no nation grows without its people, and then the national interest should place the individual or regional interest. Although Nigeria is currently going through a hard time occasioned by insecurity, ethnic clashes, and then other challenges that are threatening the survival of the country as a united entity. However, going by the statement of the ex-Nigerian ambassador, it is apparent that the dream of breaking the country into pieces is a tall one. It may never see the light of the day, no matter how hard it is pushed, according to him. Well, onto this one, there's been a lot of reactions, though. Majority of people have been like, Okay, well, you have spoken, but the truth of the matter has been that, according to Jalaya, said that Nigeria is too weak, let things fall apart. We are not Hausa Fulani slave. Enough is enough. Well, and then it is also said by Zodiac that Baba, one day, if you were traveling with your family to Lagos and some armed Yoruba claiming to be Christians attacked you somewhere in the southwest, gave you 4 options to pick from at a gunpoint: either to be serially sodomized by 20 of them, for the 20 to rape your daughter or your wife, or to do the 3 if you fail to choose. And then eventually they all raped your wife and then finally collected a huge ransom before you were released. Would you insist on remaining in our country with Yorubas and then be given some useless excuse to defend it? Well, this has been asked by Zodiac. Well, according to Fano CR7 onto this, he has said, well, Oga, if not that you are an old man, I would have said pack well. Well, half of your city is dominated by Igbos. That shows that Igbos are the most loving people, if not that they started marginalizing Igbos since the beginning of this contraption. I guess the great Ojukwu wouldn't have taught separation since none of you want to say the truth in this country. Believe me, things will never get right. All right, that has also been said. All right, and then according to guests onto this, well, look at you for an ambassador. No wonder we are where we are. That's serious. Well, for an ambassador to reason like this is the reason why we find ourselves in the current dark condition where mediocrity is encouraged and then unqualified persons occupy sensitive and then important positions. What do we get? Poor representation and then poor advice. Anyway, Mr. Ambassador, you are speaking for yourself and just protecting your Gary. Well, okay, a lot of things actually been said, and then according to Charles, he said, well, it seems some elders from the north don't have sense and they don't even know anything about breaking up. They fail to know that foreigners can own property and live in another country provided they abide with rules and regulations of where they live. Separations doesn't mean fighting. Please understand that. Okay, Oga Ambassador, your view I quite understand, but how do we also live in peace when one tiny ethnic group does not see others as part of Nigeria? That even my father's backyard is. Well, what was your thought when they took over Hausa land and then turned to be tenant? Others don't want that experience. Well, you mean well, but what do you say about the Fulani terrorists terrorizing the rest of the populace? That's another question. Well, never too late. Thief man always want to be a slave because of peanuts. One Nigeria Islamizing agenda, equal rights not visible. Let there be equity, fair play, equal rights, justice, and then nobody will agitate for separation. But in a country where some people see the country as their personal property and then others as slaves, this is the root cause of the agitation for separation. Okay, well, a lot of people have actually said it that it can't work the way you are saying it. Well, and then that has been it on this one, my people. Meanwhile, let me have your take on this, and remember to subscribe for more updates. Thanks and God bless.